Hello, this is Vincent. I haven't seen you since, I unwillingly retired from my former post as head of security over at the Diamond Casino. I'd like to offer you a lucrative, albeit unorthodox opportunity to make some money and sabotage one of your long-standing adversaries. If you're interested, meet me at the Vespucci police station.
You still owe me a drink.
Wouldn't advise going inside. Not with your reputation for depravity and general aversion to the law. In all seriousness, your countenance is quite discernible, and there are certain of my consociates who would take it upon themselves to exercise their right to lethal force were they to encounter you in person. But it's good to cross paths with you again, my friend. After head of security at the Diamond, this isn't exactly what I had in mind, but it's still a long way from a mall cop, right? Let's take a walk. Relax. I'm a cop, but I'm not a cop. This is just where the universe put me right now. I mean, I have my path and you have yours. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn about your antics out there. In fact, we may be able to assist each other. I mean, check this out. You see that misguided individual? How do you think he's gotten away with selling drugs in front of that burger shop very conspicuously for 10 years now? In front of the largest department in the city. He cuts them in.
Effenberger, you copy? Yo, Effenberger.
I copy.
Worst last name ever, dude. I mean, effing what? Anyway, when you got 5, we all need some effing coffee down here on Dick's. And don't forget the effing cream and sugar.
Copy that. Oh, these motherfuckers. Huh? I'm out here getting coffee for cops on the take. And that guy over there is only a modicum of the issue. There's a new cartel running a large-scale cocaine operation out of the Clucking factory in Paleto Bay. And be in no doubt, the cops, they're not only turning a blind eye, they're actively facilitating. If you ask me, the cartel and the cops can both go to hell, preferably on the back of the same bullet. I'm talking about a surgical strike, man. Taking out the whole operation. That's why I came to you. Let's go somewhere a bit more unfrequented. I understand your motivation in these matters. If you raid that factory, anything you find is yours to keep. This isn't about the drugs for me. This is about these assholes running the biggest protection racket in the state. That's the kind of status quo I cannot abide. As far as my part, I can provide all the intel you need. Records, names, locations. We will need to educate ourselves on the factory, though. Gather materials so you can attack it with style and aptitude.
Ding fucking dong, Officer Effenberger. We're effing falling asleep over here. Get us some effing coffee.
Copy that. I'm on my way. Think about it. If anybody deserves to be fucked with, it's these guys. Can I count you in? Excellent. Now on to the first order of business. Acquire some funds. And fortuitously, we have files on some money laundering operations not far from here. The department allows them to operate for a share of the profits. I suggest we take a more proactive stance. Time to do what you do. I'll call you. Let me take these fucking assholes their coffee. Hey, you read me out there? I'm sending you the locations of our targets. All of them up to their necks in stolen cash. I invite you to consider this as a double investment opportunity. A chance to raise the funds we need to go toe-to-toe with the cartel cop coalition. And as a bonus, you get to disrupt some of your more unsavory competitors. Not to mention, land yourself a handsome reward when this is all over. I hope life's treated you well since we last worked together. I say that because you have an indeterminate expression I find hard to read. not gonna take this lying down.
Hey, keep fucking with me, I'ma beat your ass.
Tagging and bagging, as they say. By the way, I will be able to assist you with my LSPD privileges. Accessing their data job.
I will fuck you up.
One that will prove useful throughout this venture, I'm certain.
Beat this I know where to go. One of our peoples is down. God, you motherfucker.
Comms indicate they're on high alert. Looks like they got a heads up.
You cocksucker! You looking for a fight, pussy? I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker! Shit! God damn it! Ass licker! You're dead, fool!
So while you're hard at work, allow me to explain some of the background to our endeavor. A few months ago, a new cartel arrived in San Andreas. They came up with a pretty smart plan to get their operation up and running. Pay key employees at Clucking to look the other way while they use their distribution network to move large amounts of cocaine. The factory up in Palino Bay is pretty much a giant processing facility for the cartel. Every other Clucking van you see in town has a brick of coke under the mega mills. And of course, corrupt elements of the LSPD were only too eager to get cut in. Ingenious, right? But they think they got this whole thing sewn up. And that's where we come in. Got it. Hey, it's me. That was a lucrative effort. This is a solid fund to use on the rest of our planning efforts, the first leg of which I'll get to work on right now. I'll be in touch. All right, let's discuss a potential way into this place. The cartel
Sorry,
are paying
I was
off
distracted.
employees at Clucking to use their factory as a cover. There are a couple things we'll need in order to solidify my current infiltration plan.
Yo,
Let's move.
we're shaking. We're still working on the pilot. Man, these young cats is crazy. No, I am not yet.
Okay, sending some coordinates your way. I have a checklist for today's operation. Number 1, a laptop from a Clucking employee on the cartel's payroll. It's got critical intel for our operation. Number 2, a hacking device which is going to help us pilot a train. And that brings me to number 3. We need a train. That's how we're getting into the factory. By the way, don't worry. We may share a goal, but I'm fully aware we do not share a motivation. I've made sure sufficient funds are allocated to recompense you for your efforts today. Okay, let's get the guy with the laptop. This is a critical piece of intel. The cartel have paid off multiple Clucking employees to look the other way while they use their business as a cover for the manufacture and distribution of cocaine. This laptop's gonna give us a window into their schedules. I just sent you a CCTV image of the guy. You got a choice. Steal the laptop behind his back or incapacitate him first. I'll leave it to you. You got eyes on him? Confiscate the laptop. Excellent. This should tell us exactly when we need to hit the factory. operates out of a terabyte command truck. I'm sending you a picture of it now. My advice to you is, locate his drones. They're tethered to a security. Take them down before you proceed. This guy's been evading the LSPD for some time. He keeps his tracks well hidden. issue requisitioning a train. Or anything else for that matter. Okay, with those two items taken care of, let's move on to the big one. The cartel occasionally takes train deliveries at the factory. We're gonna steal one of the trains they use and roll in right under their noses. But first things first, we're gonna need a set of keys if we're gonna board it unimpeded. Alright, now the keys gotta be in someone's pocket. Remember, these guys are serious. They will not hesitate to shoot on sight. Take whatever steps you deem necessary.
You lucky son of a bitch, you're dead! Where you from, mister? You motherfucker! We're dropping like flies, eh? Everyone! Watch out! Fucking idiot! Oh, fuck! Eduardo is hit! Agacha! Motherfucker! Balas!
Once you found the keys, the train should be at your disposal.
Somebody's hit! Ayúdale! You're fucking dead!
I don't suppose you're familiar with the schematics of the train signal network? No? Then just follow the instructions on the hacking device to change the signals as you approach them. You need to keep that train moving at all costs. If you miss your shot, the emergency brakes will kick in and you'll be sitting ducks.
¡Te vas a morir!
Where you gonna go?
Fucking hit! Shit!
Nice work. I'll make some arrangements and assure the train is secure and out of sight. Just until we're ready to hit the cartel. Gotta keep our designs clandestine. You copy? Okay, progress update. The train you acquired has been discreetly relocated into storage. where it will remain until the day of the raid. Things are coming together. Next on the to-do list, acquiring weapons and gear, or the getaway vehicle. Your choice. So, we have some important yet enjoyable decisions to make. On the one hand, you need to acquire your preferred weapons and gear. On the other, you need to acquire your getaway vehicle. We'll need to steal both. These can't be traced back to us. Where would you like to start?
That mean I'm dying, Doc?
All right, sending you the target coordinates now.
Just tell me if I have the big C.
Some surveillance images should be coming through now. These are our targets. As I'm sure you know, our operation requires weapons and gear that can't be traced back to us. The good news is that this city is crawling with gangs carrying that kind of contraband. Half of them in cahoots with this very police department. So today we're gonna confiscate one cache of weapons and one stash of gear. If any of it ends up getting traced after our raid, it'll lead to these reprobates instead of us. We've sent you the coordinates of some appropriate targets. You don't need to hit them all. My advice is to investigate your options. Determine which gang is gonna have a loadout that suits your preferences, and prioritize accordingly. As I was saying earlier, we need weapons and we need equipment. That's armor and masks. We don't want anyone at the Clucking factory catching a glimpse of your memorable face. I've read this group's files several times over. Seems they run a tight operation, not to be underestimated. We're not talking military levels of security, but they're no petty criminals either. So watch your six, and don't get sloppy, or they'll have the upper hand.
We got a man down!
They see you. Get ready for some serious resistance. They will be understandably furious. I advise you to not reduce your speed. You're making commendable progress. Once we grab weapons and gear, we'll have everything we need. Once you're satisfied, I strongly advise that you move everything to the lockup. Just to be clear, we need at least one set of equipment. But you don't have to stop there. If you want to pay each target a visit, be my guest. Whatever you grab, we'll make sure it's available when we hit the factory. Any gangs you trifled with will have reinforcements waiting if you ever return. For example, to steal one of their cars. That should suffice for our purposes. If you want more options, be my guest. When you're ready, just send me a message confirming the equipment you want to use. This is Vincent. Good. I'll arrange for any extras to be stashed in case you change your mind. Got it. Good job. Now that you've secured all the weapons and gear necessary to take on a Clucking Bell factory overrun by the cartel, we should discuss your means of escape.